right, my dear, give us good news.
I am, and our good news is brought to us by WeatherTight Windows, because if it ain't weather tight, it just ain't right. So we have Mercury, the planet of communication, goes into Pisces tomorrow, so it's actually moving ahead of the sun, and I think that's a good thing because you have to have an idea or a thought form first in order for the universe to then go ahead and manifest it. So I figured I'd go through all 12 signs and they could see where they are going to be thinking about new things in order to put them into motion starting next week. So we are still in the sign of Aquarius until Sunday, so I'm going to start with them. For them, it's about making more money. And it's about them finding a way through their thoughts, through their words, through their ideas, to increase the amount of money they make. It's not just going to fall out of the sky on them, but it will be some sort of idea they give birth to that results in more money at the end of the month for them.
Okay.
For Pisces, it's all about the Pisces getting their needs and their wants met. It's about, Pisces normally about the most gentle people in the whole world, that they're really busy trying to help other people out. And for the next 3 weeks or so, the Pisces is thinking, what about me? What do I get out of this? And how do I advance my own Piscean interests? For Aries, not so much. Aries need to be quiet and stay behind the scenes and not, I need to take my own advice, not stir up any kind of trouble, just to kind of sit back. They put a whole bunch of things in motion last year when Jupiter is in their sign. And rather than continuing to put new things in motion, starting things they can't finish, Aries need to take the next 3 weeks and finish up what they have already started. For Tauruses, this is a good chance for Tauruses to achieve a long-standing hope, wish, goal, or objective, and they will get it through the help of their well-placed female friends rather than male friends. So that means Pat, who had taken the last month off to kind of chill, is done with that and back out full force, plenty of energy, advancing the Taurus's interests, which will be good. For Geminis, the spotlight is on them professionally, and the bosses are taking a really hard look at the Gemini and what it is that the Gemini produces. This is strictly a professional thing rather than a home-based thing for them. And they may have to put their money where their professional mouth is, and they may have to defend some idea that they said would work that probably hasn't. So, for Cancers, it is in the 9th house of the law. Important matters at a distance. Legal matters go well. Educational matters. Travel plans go very, very well. It's a good time for Cancers to line their ducks up to be able to make a push professionally that comes next month. But the groundwork, the foundation on that is going to be done over the next 3 weeks or so. And when the law's on your side, you want to use it.
You betcha.
For Leos, other people's resources flowing their way. It is not about the Leo making more money. It is about the Leo partnering up with somebody. It's about the Leo maximizing an existing resource rather than looking for a new one. Getting the very most out of the resources that they already have. And if they've been waiting for some sort of financial information to come, that comes in the next 3 weeks or so, giving them the money to do what it is that they need to do. But not earned income, unearned income.
Gotcha.
For Virgos, much like Lucy Ricardo, they got some splaining to do. And Virgos I think they're struggling a bit because Mars is in their sign. It's moving backwards. Mercury is opposing their sign. So Virgos have a lot to explain to their partners. They have a lot. Virgos are always one saying, you know, we do this and this if we were in charge. Well, you're in charge, and now it's time to put your money where your mouth is. Yeah, exactly. So, and Virgos aren't going to be able to point the finger at anybody else. It's going to fall directly on them. For Libras, it is in their 6th house of work, and they get another job, but they don't get any more money to go along. I'm sorry, Andrew. And Nikki, I know you don't get any more money to go along with it. It's sort of like the, you know, here, do this now, and if you're a good kid and you do a good job, we'll think about paying you later on. Yeah, especially this organization. So this is the give a little more than you get kind of transit for Libras. For Scorpios, Scorpios have a ton of fun. Mercury is in their 5th house of amusements and pleasures and sports. And if they're single, it'll attract somebody. If they're married, that goes well for them. But it's a very creative time for Scorpios, not only in a physical sense, but in an esoteric sense, that they can take an idea and give birth to it and then have that become a viable entity. For Sagittarians, stuff at home. Your honeydew list, Bobby. Holy mackerel. It's fixing to get long. Along with the nice weather is going to come. We got to clean up the house. And Sagittarians everywhere are sticking closer to home, trying to get their home affairs in order. And then for the last sign for Capricorns, the pace of their day-to-day living picks up to warp speed. The hardest thing for a Capricorn to do is to stay ahead of the power curve because they've got so many things to do in a finite amount of time to do it in. So that's tomorrow's news today for the 12 signs of the zodiac.
Sound like pretty good news?
It is pretty good news. I'm looking forward to it, so it should be a good time.
Thank you, my dear. We look forward to seeing you again
Always
next
a pleasure.
Wednesday.
Lots of fun things to do this weekend.
You got it.